Today we are going over my top bottles for 2022. We have 10, yes, 10 that we're gonna talk about, plus 4 honorable mentions. I'm excited to do this. I know you're excited. Let's go. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Carlos. Thank you for joining me here on the Whiskey Corner. Should be a corner here, should be a corner here, and 2 down here. But the real Whiskey Corner is over there. Truly appreciate you guys stopping by, checking out this video, and checking out the channel. Really need your help. We've passed the 990 subscriber range, and we only have a few more, probably like 8 or 9 more to get to reach 1,000 subscribers, or actually pass 1,000 subscribers. If you don't know, we have a live stream coming up once we pass 1,000 subscribers, where I'm gonna be giving away some goodies. So, how can you help out, and how can you make sure that you're in that running? Subscribing. It's not hard. Guys, it's easy, right? Just click that little subscribe button. Why not, right? You like these videos, right? Anyways, guys, we are doing our video for top 2020 bourbons and whiskeys. Now, I narrowed it down to 10. Yes, 10. And I'm going to talk about 4 honorable mention. I'm not going to really talk about why I put these in the honorable mention. Just know that I did a blind between all of these plus some other ones that I left out. And these 10 were the ones that came out on top, and the 4 after that actually almost made it on here, or at least came in a clear 2nd and 3rd and 4th, right? So I have to talk about them because they're still good, but there are some that I left off. Now, these are all bourbons, whiskeys that I've had now in 2022 that came out in 2022. I had the luxury of having a lot of these. None of these are really, maybe for the exception of like 1 or 2, are really allocated, but not really. 1 for sure, but the other ones, I mean, you can find them. Eventually you will be able to find them, right? So we're gonna get started. Let's get into this. First, let's go with our inaugural cheers. So cheers. That is a good one. So let's get started with the first one. First one that I'm gonna bang out is one that is finished. I put it up against some other finished bourbons or whiskeys of this year that I've had, and quite honestly, this came out on top on a blind tasting. So we're gonna talk about Barrel Vantage. This thing is freaking amazing. I believe that you guys should freaking get it because it is good. I went to Total Wine today and I have not seen it there, but every time that I've went before this week, I've always been able to find it. So hopefully you guys can still find it in your area, but this freaking thing is good, guys. Yeah, go out and get one. One other one that is not really finished, but it is blended, right? It is blended and has different type of things, different type of ideas and fusions in it, but it kept coming up on my blind. I can't help but notice how much I like this one. It definitely goes with my palate, and that is Kentucky Owl Takumi Edition. This was a blend between, or a collaboration between Yahisa Yuzuki from a Japanese whiskey blender and John Rhea from Kentucky Owl. This is freaking good. It doesn't have any Japanese whiskey in it, but it was a collaboration between a blender that does Japanese whiskey. So you can only imagine what notes he picked. So this is freaking good. I would recommend this, and this made the list. All right, to finish off our finished bourbons, right? That last one was finished, but you know, we'll put it in that category anyways. This is a finished bourbon, probably the only one that's allocated on here, but I just cannot beat this off the list. This was a unicorn bottle for me. This was great, and I have to just acknowledge it because this is Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend Batch 108, the Great Pumpkin Batch. This thing is amazing. It is finished in Armagnac, cognac, and sherry cask. It is so freaking good. And I just can't speak enough about it. So if you are able to get a cigar blend, just get it. That's the only thing I can tell you. Just get it, take the chance, Spend that money, you will not be disappointed. Rye whiskeys is something that you guys know that I do not really like, but I have to shout out a rye whiskey that I was really surprised with and happy that I got it. Just because I saw some reviews and some people didn't like it, but then when I tasted it, I was like, wow, this is good. And I have to shout out Wagon Malted Rye. Yes, this thing is freaking good. I gotta get myself another bottle because I just like it so much and I don't want to baby it too much. So definitely gonna get another bottle. Definitely gonna see when it becomes available. But if you guys have not tasted this, definitely taste this. See if it definitely falls into your palate. And if it does, go and get one. Because these things, at least for my opinion, are really good. Matt and Pat at Minor Stuff, the Minor Brothers, they talk about this one a lot. But it is really good as well. So I have to shout this out as a top whiskey. This, I put it up against different whiskeys in my blind, different bourbons, and this kept coming out. And I have to acknowledge OKI Reserve. OKI Reserve is a marriage between Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana bourbons put together. It has a whole bunch of them in the back that you can read off. I'm not gonna get into that right now, but this is freaking good. This is batch 1, and if you weren't able to get this one, then be on the lookout for batch 2 because this was really freaking good. One that kept coming out in all of my, well, basically all of my whiskey advent calendar bourbons that I thought it was, just because I really like this one, is a very sweet bourbon. But this is so good, guys. I cannot recommend this enough. And it is 2XO Phoenix Blend. This is by Dixon Deadman. When he left Kentucky out, he went to work on this, and this is so freaking good. I cannot recommend this enough. I am trying to look for another bottle, so when I see this in my area again, I'm going to get one. I actually saw one 2 weeks ago, but I decided to get another bottle, Cigar blend, before I got this one. But next time it's in my area again, I'm definitely gonna pick one up because this is so good, and I want to have an extra bottle for it just in case I can't find it in the future. I don't want you guys to think that this is my top one, but it is one, I would say one of my top 3 for 2022. Like I said, this is in no particular order, but this freaking thing is good. It's probably the best one other than the 2XO that I've tasted in my whiskey advent calendar, and it is Calumet 16. Guys, this resonates so much with my palate. I freaking love it. Yes, Calumet 15 was good, Calumet 14 was okay, but Calumet 16, wow. This blew my socks off, and I didn't expect it to do that, right? Because 15 was, you know, it was good. But this was amazing. I truly love it, and I would definitely pick one up if I were you guys. So it's a good time to talk about our honorable mentions. So we're gonna go through this really quickly because I don't want to talk about these too much. Just know that these were close to making the top 10. They really were, and I narrowed down to top 3, but then one snuck in there because I could not leave it off. So real quick, I am not a larceny guy, and Larceny Barrel Proof B522 was on the way to get on this list. This was freaking good. I like it. Jack Daniel's Bonded is a really good bourbon slash Tennessee whiskey, whatever the hell you want to call it. But it is really good, guys. You can't take that away from that. You can't take away the fact that, you know, it's $30, 100 proof, yada, yada, yada. But it is good. Would I put it as my top bourbon? No, but you have to recognize how good it actually is. It was hard between these two. I mean, I was going back and forth on these two, and I just had to add both of them because they both surprised me. I was very surprised that they came out as an honorable mention. So I just had to give them both props. And here in my hands, I have Heaven's Door 10-year Decade Series and Kentucky Owl St. Patrick's Day Edition. These were really like neck and neck, guys. 10-year, the Heaven's Door actually beat out the Kentucky Owl, but I had to recognize Kentucky Owl because this is such a really good bourbon. And these two are good. You know, they made the honorable mention. One of the ones that I love every year, and I have to put it on this list, but they have different batches, is actually the one that I'm tasting right now, that I'm drinking. And let's take this second sip. Cheers. We actually finished it there, but it is great, guys. It is Maker's Mark BRT01. So I have not been able to find BRT02 in my area yet. I found this a little while ago, probably like 2 weeks ago, and I actually then found it in another store, so I got a second bottle, but this is really good. I really like it, and this quickly made my list because, yeah, in the blind, this kept beating out every other bourbon, I will say, right? Along with the next one that I'm about to talk about, and the third one that I'm about to talk about, but this is freaking good. So, yeah, believe the hype, guys. There's a reason why everybody talks about these Maker's Mark limited edition, especially this BRT01, and I can only imagine BRT02 is good as well. This is a bit of a curveball, right? Because I have not seen a lot of people talk about this. I reviewed this a few months back, and I have to tell you guys that this kept coming up on top in this blind. So I have to acknowledge this. This is on this top 10. This is a Texas whiskey, and this is the Balcones Tres Hombres ZZ Top Edition. Guys, wow. Cannot say enough good things about this. It is perfect with 100 proof, and all the flavors on this, at least for my palate, it really went to a fit. So I'd recommend this. If you see it in your area, definitely pick up a bottle. Lastly, this probably is of no surprise because this is another batched bourbon. There's 3 batches that were released this year. The A batch was one of my top batches until I tasted the C batch. So I have to put on here Elijah Craig Barrel Proof C922. Guys, this is amazing. I try to look if I got the right bottle here because I have a bunch of Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. But guys, this is amazing. Cannot recommend this enough. I really, truly do like this, and I think that this is one that you should definitely pick up. That is it, guys. I want to apologize for the very long video, but we had a lot to get through, right? Try to minimize the talking and the rambling and all that, so I'll do it here at the end as well. Please like, dislike, check out the Patreon in the description, comment, let me know, have some of these made it on your top 10? What are your top 10? What are some that I missed that you would put on your top 10? Comment below. I really love going back and forth with you guys. Please help me out and subscribing, as that would be amazing. But lastly, I want to tell you guys that you guys have been amazing this year. I truly enjoy having all of you to talk to as supporters, as subscribers, as viewers. I really am thankful for you guys. So thank you so much for making my 2022 such a great year. Love being in this whiskey community, or whiskey tube community, and you guys are all amazing. Please let me know if there is anything that I can do for you guys, because I am just so thankful. So, want to wish you a very happy new year, very happy end to your 2022, and the best of luck and the best wishes for 2023. I'm going to pour myself a little bit more of that BRT01, and I want you to enjoy that whiskey. Happy New Year's, guys. Cheers.